Hello friends. Now we will discuss about the paper which is very important and main of English subject of SYBA Sem 3. I am Shreya Trivedi and I am going to deal with this paper. I request you all to please note down first of all the syllabus of the this paper. Now this paper is dealing with two units. First one is uh, the poem, that is, the poem name is The Eve of St. Agnes by John Keats, and the second one is a novel which is very interesting to learn, that is Emma by Jane Austen. Now each of the unit of this paper is having a uh, area, or we can say on the is in the romantic age. Now what is romantic age? Now every situation, every incident is based on some or the other thing. Now, in English literature, there are many ages. For learning criticism, for learning literature, first of all, we should know about the age of that time. Especially if we want to learn the literature, then first we should know, or we should have a clear cut idea about that age. Now, this uh, paper and the units in this paper are totally based on the romantic age. Now we'll start. I have made a PDF and I'm going to share with you all in a WhatsApp group, but to make you understand more clearly, I am discussing through this only. Romanticism. Romanticism, also known as romantic era. Now you will have a question in your mind that why romanticism? We are discussing romantic age. Why romanticism? For your kind information, romantic age and romanticism is both the equal things. Okay, so romanticism was an artistic, literary, musical and intellectual movement that originated in Europe towards the end of 18th century, and in most areas was at its peak in the approximate period from 1800 to 1890. Uh, we all uh, we must not be knowing about this thing, that romantic age started with William Wordsworth and St. Coleridge and their combined work named Lyrical Ballads. Now, it is said in our literature that the romanticism, or the basis of romantic age, is given by William Wordsworth in his work Lyrical Ballads, and he has written a preface for it. Okay, preface means introduction to that Lyrical Ballads, his work, and in that he has given the stand for romantic age, or he has given a pillar for that age. Romanticism. Now it was written in 1800. Lyrical Ballads was written in 1798, while the preface for it was written in 1800. And so it is said that the romantic age started from 1800 onwards. Now let us have some more deep idea. Romanticism was characterized by its emphasis on emotions and individualism, as well as glorification of all the past and nature, preferring the medieval rather than the classical. Now, let me tell you that if we want to know something about the particular age, okay, then we have to first know about its previous age. Okay, suppose this is the romantic age. We are discussing about romantic age. Now before romantic age, it was the classical, or rather we should we should spell it as neoclassical age. Okay, so in neoclassical age, uh, now classic, what do you mean by classic? Means unique, or which is very ancient, or we can say the thing which is going on, we call it a classic. Now suppose we take an example of music. Classical music means what? Which is derived from our country, okay, and which is very ancient. So in classical age, the rules and regulations were at the most. Okay, now rules and regulations, see, when we have okay, uh, let me be very clear. If we say that we want to learn a classical music, okay, so first when we go to learn that music, first of all the teacher will explain the saregamapa, how to play it. Or if you want to learn instrumental, or if you want to sing classical, you have to first learn how to sing that rags. Okay, so we have and that too, it is very particular that you have to play like this only, you have to sing like this only. So in classic, any of the things, it is seen that rules and regulations are must. Okay, so in classical age, the literature of classical age was totally bounded by rules and regulations. The situation would be of that kingly and all that. Kingly in the sense that the thing which is seen when a kingdom was there and all that, so we will see that only. And the characters used in the literature was like patriotic, or king, queen, prince, princesses, etc. Okay, so a romantic age just revolted against it. What is revolted? Revolted means going against it. Okay, let us go further. It was partly a reaction to the industrial revolution, the aristocratic social and political norms of the age of enlightenment, and the scientific rationalization of nature, all components of modernity. Now first, let me tell you that romanticism or romantic age was the revolt of not only classical age but two great revolutions. Okay, the first one was industrial revolution and the second was French revolution. Now let me clear what these two revolutions are. As mentioned in this industrial revolution means at that time the industries were at the top, or we can say that industries were only the medium through which people live. It was only the medium to have a living from it. Okay, and thus the people who were living in rural areas shifted to urban areas so that they can earn a living, because at that time industries were very much flourishing. Okay, so uh, to oppose that, okay, why opposition for industrial revolution? There are many reasons. Because they were not having personal life due to industries, sorry, that's this industries and all that, they were going away from the nature, they were away from their families, etc, etc, etc. Now what is the second one? Is French revolution. What is French revolution? French revolution, it is said that it has begun from France, and in France it was seen that there was so much social imbalance in that country that it flourished in each and every part of the world. Okay, and to get out of it, this romantic age was introduced by William Wordsworth, or he pioneered this age. All components of modern, it was embodied most strongly in the visual arts, music and literature, but had a major impact on historiography, education, chess, social sciences and natural sciences. It had a significant and complex effect on politics, with romantic thinkers influencing liberalism, radicalism, conservatism and nationalism. Now, it was majorly seen in the arts such as visual arts, music, literature and all these things. Okay, and due to these two revolutions only, the romantic age began, and the person who pioneered this, or who gave the theory of uh, romantic age, was William Wordsworth. Now we go with the etymology. Now what is etymology? Etymology means the origin of the word. Origin of the word, which word? Romantic. Okay. The group of words with the root Roman in various European languages such as Romance and Romanesque has a complicated history. By the 1700s, European languages, notably German, French and Russian, were using the term Roman in the sense of English word novel, that is a work of popular narrative fiction. This usage derived from the from the term Roman languages, which referred to vernacular language in contrast to formal Latin. Most such novels took the form of chivalric romance, tales of adventure, devotion and honor. Now, the word had come from Roman, that is romance or Romanesque. Now, let me tell you that when we think about romance, general people have the idea that romance is equal to love. No, now this is not the thing. Romance is just not love. Okay, romance means what? If you see a beautiful flower, then our mind gets happy. Okay, then this is also romance. If we see a river flowing silently, okay, so this makes us think good. Okay, and our mind આપણે કહીએ ને પ્રફુલ્લિત થઈ ગયા, so that is also a romance in it. Okay, yes, the love which we think nowadays is also a romance. It is a part of romance, but we are forgetting that this is not only the romance. Okay, it is a part of romance. Okay, now we go with the period. What time period was there of romantic age? The early period of romantic era was the time of war with the French Revolution, followed by Napoleon Wars until 1815. These wars, along with the political and social turmoil that went along with them, served as the background of romanticism. The key generation of French romantics born between 1795 and 1805 had, in the words of one of their numbers, Alfred de Vigny, been conceived between battles, attended school to the rolling of drums. Okay, now the time period was such that in before romantic age, as I said earlier, due to French revolutions, wars were being conducted and people were just tired of that wars, and their mind were stuck in that only. Okay, they don't know what to do. Okay, so they wanted to come back to nature. Now William Wordsworth, in his preface to Lyrical Ballads, he tells that if we want to start, or if we want to begin a new age, that is romantic age, we have to first go back to nature, because the city area was having its best role in a human's mind. Okay, so now he told that going back to nature will make a person be what he or she is. Okay, because nature is the only thing which makes a person think positively. If we let me give you an example. If we are sad, or if we don't want to talk to anyone, if you feel like that, then generally a person feels like to be alone. Okay, and to be alone where someone feels that they want to go to a beach, some feels that they want to roam around, some feels like I want to go to terrace and enjoy the cold wind and all. So the nature is very much attached to our feeling emotion. They are the only best friends, I can say, for a person. Okay, and it is the only thing which never ever will leave us alone. Okay, now we will talk about romantic age features. Now what is the feature means? Okay, let us see. In the second half of 18th century, a new sensibility emerged. The Romantic Age is the period in which new ideas and attitudes rose in reaction to the dominant 18th century ideals of order, calm, harmony, balance, and rationality. This movement didn't lay a precise program of rules, but the recurring romantic trends are the emphasis on imagination, which is divine faculty, which allowed the poet to grasp the divine. Indeed, this is godlike faculty thanks to which the person becomes a seer and a prophet. Now, the first important feature of romantic age is the imagination. Okay, now uh, all the literary pieces are is said that it is the product of society. Okay, but it is not only the product of society, it is a product of society along with a person's imagination. Okay, because it is a human psychology that a person doesn't like which is real to see or to hear. Okay, the person imagines something and it is that thing which makes him or her happy. Okay, so imagination plays a vital role for getting or for evoking romance in a person. Okay, second, moreover, poets tend to use autobiographical material. They were less intellectual and more intimately emotional. Poets looked for freedom, represented common people, which uh, they felt sympathetic to, and lastly, they were interested in the supernatural, that is to say the divine. Okay, now the second important feature was emotions. Now, in neoclassical age, due to industrialization, no one was bothered what the person uh, standing aside is doing or what he or she is feeling. But in romantic age, the poets tend to be emotional, not autobiographical, because emotions play a vital role in a person. If emotions are not there, then he is not a person. Okay, so if you don't feel sympathy for anyone, then it is not you, it is not a human being. Okay, so it is said by William Wordsworth or any romantic poet that if you have emotion, if you have sympathy, then only romance is there in you. Okay, and it is not necessary that only natural elements were used in the romantic poetries or any romantic literature, but even the supernatural elements were used. Let me give you example that William Wordsworth, okay, in the combination of in lyrical ballads, that is the combination of William Wordsworth and Coleridge poetry, William Wordsworth dealt with the natural element poetry, while uh, Coleridge dealt with the supernatural elements. Okay, the events that caused this new sensitivity are the French, the American, and the Industrial Revolutions. In the Industrial Revolution, cities became overcrowded, polluted, and they witnessed the exploitation of women and children. Therefore, the countryside was seen as perfect, innocent, and considered as the mirror of goodness. Okay, so as industrialization was there, even we can see it nowadays that air is getting polluted. Okay, due to many reasons, but industry is one of the reasons. Okay, so as we said that neoclassical age was there, uh, in that age industries were flourishing. So at that time, the atmosphere was polluted, and it was seen that exploitation is done to women and children. Okay, so these are some of the uh, reasons why romantic age started. Now I will continue the romantic feature in the next lecture. Thank you for hearing it, and I hope you will like it. And please, it is a request and it is necessity that you register your or you comment your name and roll number in the comment section, as it is very important for your internals. Thank you. Thank you.